Good morning, everybody. It's very exciting. Day 4. I cannot believe it. It's been a wonderful 3 days leading up to this. Had some really, really interesting panel discussions. The film yesterday was really inspiring. And I really come into this meeting with a feeling of great hope. We started this journey 2 years ago when we decided that we were going to do our next annual conference on food and women. And it's been quite a journey. And I just want to take this moment to thank our wonderful speakers who have really stayed with us throughout this constant changing. We were going to do it in March, then we said we'd do it in October, but then in October we couldn't do it face to face, so we had to go online. And we really didn't lose any people on the way. Just one person, I think, couldn't make it. And then we've had a couple of wonderful new entrants at the last minute. So we thank them very much for being with us, because without all of you, this couldn't happen. So a big thank you goes out to the speakers, the moderators, and of course, all the participants that are here to be with us. Giving Women is an organization that is a membership organization, and our focus is to work on issues that affect the vulnerable women on the planet. We have 3 pillars, and the one pillar is really focused on capacity building on small projects. Our second pillar is to professionalize the philanthropic landscape by having a whole series of educational workshops that will allow all of us to do our job better. But the third pillar, and I think that for me is what this whole conference is about, is building awareness of issues in a deep and profound way that women and girls are facing throughout the world. And the conference brings together all the experts from all the stakeholders and experts who are working on the various issues that we are bringing forward to inform a broader public, to then together reflect on how we can go forward. Because I think when we're all together and we have these conversations, incredible moments of collaboration and synergy happen in a way that cannot be planned. And I think that for me is one of the strong outcomes of our conference. And then the third is a call to action. And for me, that call to action is a call to every single one of us on this conference. It's so strange being on a conference where I can't really interact with people, but to come together and really see how we can make a difference for women and girls on this planet. And so I want you all to be very, very attentive today, because you will have homework, and the homework will be described to you on the last break. And the idea is that we want you to think about, having heard all the speakers, where you can make a difference, who you can work with to see real change happen. So we're all engaged in a very proactive and action-focused way. Often people say to me, why women? And particularly in the food security story, it affects 52% of the world population. So it is a really big issue. But why do we choose to focus on women and girls? Because sadly, of those 52%, 60% of those malnourished are represented by girls and women. And we're going to hear about why the reasons for that are from our speakers today. But I just want to enforce the fact that this is something that is really very, very strong, and we need to make that call out for women and girls. We really need to recognize that in crisis situations, and we're in a crisis situation now with the pandemic, the ones that slip and the progress that we make with women and girls, we see that slipping the fastest and the most. We're seeing less girls going to school, we're seeing early marriage, we're seeing domestic violence, and we're seeing poverty. And poverty is what is causing this whole issue around malnutrition. So just to set the scene and to explain where we're coming from and why we're doing this, and to thank you all for being here today. I just want to welcome you all and wish you a really instructive and rich conference. At this point, I will pass on the microphone to Lawrence Haddad, to whom I extend a very, very deep thank you, because Lawrence has really been an incredible sounding board for us as we put this conference together. He has spoken on Monday. He's being our keynote speaker, and he is a moderator. So I think that reflects the commitment that he has to this subject, as do all our speakers. So I think I did that in 5 minutes. I will now pass on to Lawrence. And thank you again all for being here.